Hello everyone, welcome to edupediaworld.com and thanks for watching Edupedia World videos. This is Vikas Patil. This is the 8th chapter of grade 9, Volcanism. This is the second session of the chapter. In this session, we are going to learn details about different types of volcanoes. In this session, we are going to try and achieve the following objectives. State the shapes in which volcanoes may be found. Give reasons for the different shapes in which volcanoes exist. Describe the formation of the Deccan Plateau. Distinguish between active, dormant, and extinct volcanoes. List the locations of active, dormant, and extinct volcanoes along with examples. Describe volcanic explosivity index. Before we begin our exploration about types of volcanoes, let us look at some of the common misconceptions that exist regarding the same. First, volcanic eruptions occur only from tall volcanic mountains. Second, volcanic eruptions are always destructive. Third, most active volcanoes of the world are found on plate boundaries. Well, all these are myths. Let us explore the facts. When most people think of volcanoes, they think of a tall mountain with a crater on the top, maybe a little snow at the summit, and some trees scattered around the base. There are many volcanoes like this, but volcanoes exist in many other forms as well. Each type of volcano has characteristic features that distinguish it from the other types. Volcanoes differ in appearance because of the composition of their magma and the processes that originally created them. We can classify volcanoes on two parameters. First, on the basis of their shape, and on the basis of activity. On the basis of their shape, volcanoes can be classified as following: composite volcanoes, shield volcanoes, fissure volcanoes, and cinder cones. Composite volcanoes. This is the type of volcano many people think of when they imagine volcanoes. Composite volcanoes have broad basis crater at the top created during its last eruption. Composite volcanoes are also called stratovolcanoes because of the alternating layers or strata of which they are made. The magma that creates stratovolcanoes tends to be more viscous or thick. Viscous lava creates greater pressure, which in turn tends to create explosive eruptions. In addition, the viscous lava cannot travel far down the sides of the volcano before it solidifies. This viscous lava thus creates steep sides on stratovolcanoes. When a stratovolcano erupts, it ejects a great deal of pyroclastic material into the air, which then settles back down on the earth. After an initial explosion, lava then flows from the volcano, creating a second layer of material. As these layers solidify, they create alternating layers or strata of material. Ash from the volcanic eruption is also present between the lava layers along the edge of the volcano. Composite volcanoes are commonly along the Pacific Ring of Fire and other major tectonic plate boundaries, where the presence of water in the magma chambers creates explosive eruptions. Shield volcanoes. Shield volcanoes get their name from their shape. A huge shield laid on its side. If the lava erupting from a volcano is thin and fluid, it is not confined near the vent and travels very long distance. As a result, the volcano does not grow in height but grows in lateral extent. Shield volcanoes do not have the steep mountainous side of composite volcanoes. They have a very wide base and are much flatter on the top than composite volcanoes. This is how a shield volcano is formed, like the Mauna Loa in Hawaii. Shield volcanoes are more common at spreading centers or volcanic hotspots in the middle of tectonic plates. The magma that creates shield volcano is less viscous, so it flows much more easily. For this reason, the eruptions of shield volcano are non-explosive. In addition, the less viscous lava spreads out more, which makes shield volcano much larger and flatter than stratovolcanoes. The third type are cinder cones. Cinder cones are both the most common type of volcanoes and also the smallest. The cinder cone resembles a composite volcano but on a much smaller scale. They rarely reach over 300 meters in height but have even steeper sides than a composite volcano. They usually have a crater at the summit. Cinder cones are composed of small fragments of rock piled on top of one another. These volcanoes usually do not produce streams of lava. Fissure volcano. In this case, lava erupts out of cracks in the Earth's crust, which may range from a few meters in length to a few hundred kilometers in length. The lava is distributed over an area that may be several thousand square kilometers in extent. Rather than building a cone, the lava forms flat-topped hills in a series of steps. The Deccan Plateau is an example of fissure volcano eruption that happened about 100 million years ago. It is believed that at that time, India, Africa, and Madagascar were close together and that the Deccan eruption forced them apart. The eruption is believed to have happened because the plate passed over the Marian and Reunion hotspots. Much of the eruption at that time happened over India and lasted for about 8 to 9 million years. The area covered comprises over 2 lakh square miles. At some places, the solidified lava is about 3 km thick. Volcanoes can also be classified according to their activity. Active volcanoes. Active volcanoes are those volcanoes which are either in a constant state of eruption or which erupt at least once in every 10 years. Active volcanoes are likely to be found in the following places: divergent boundaries, for example Krafla, Loki, Hekla, Katla volcanoes in Iceland. Over hotspots, example Mauna Loa, Mauna Kea, Kohala volcanoes in Hawaii. And convergent boundaries, for example Mount St. Helens in California, Stromboli in Sicily. Dormant volcanoes. Dormant volcanoes are those volcanoes which have not erupted in recent times or in history, but which are capable of eruption. They are also known as sleeping volcanoes. They may erupt any time, and such an eruption is usually very violent. Most of the world's dormant volcanoes are found at convergence plate boundaries. At these locations, the sudden shifting of a plate may cause a dormant volcano to erupt. For example, Mount Fuji in Japan and Krakatoa volcano in Indonesia. Third type of volcano are extinct volcanoes. As the name suggests, these are volcanoes which have not erupted in historic times and will never erupt again. Such volcanoes are usually those which were created when the plate passed over an active hotspot. When the plate is no longer over the hotspot, the eruption dies down. The lava cools down and the volcano does not erupt again. Whether or not the plate is over the hotspot at present can be determined using heat flow maps. Examples of such volcanoes are Mount Kilimanjaro in Tanzania, the Deccan Plateau, and the Girnar Hill in India. The Volcanic Explosivity Index. The Volcanic Explosivity Index is a scale used to measure the intensity of volcanic eruptions. It is similar to the Richter and Mercalli scales, which measure the intensity of earthquakes. The VEI measures explosivity, volume of ash, and the height ash reaches into the atmosphere. Additionally, it gives a description of the eruption, a name for the eruption, and the total number of those eruptions in human history. Note that in human history there have been no volcanic eruption of VEI 8 scale. This does not mean that VEI 8 eruption has not occurred sometime in the geologic past. The 1815 eruption of Tambora in Indonesia is the largest volcanic eruption which was of VEI 7 scale in recorded history. It caused massive loss of life, close to 92,000, in which 10,000 people died as a direct result of the eruption and an estimated 82,000 died from starvation. In all, more than 100 cubic kilometer magma was erupted. But we have had much larger eruptions in the geologic history. This was all for this session. In the next session, we will focus on types of volcanic features and landforms. Don't forget to watch. Thank you.